There's Kleist, or was it Cloud? I think it was Cloud, right?
Bruh.
Legend Deal was dope too. I remember going against Pronema on the God. Y'all remember Pronema and Kavar? Oh my God, the Kavar, and you heard the soundtrack and all the stakes and oh my God, I wanted to smoke the out of Kavar. Why the you got the latest Tales of game on Xbox? That made no sense. When we talk about the peak of Tales of Combat, this game was nuts, bro. The Tales of series is celebrating its 30th anniversary, which is insane. And I can't wait to take a look at their memorial movie. I saw this pop up earlier this week and I said, you know what? I'll save it for like a video. Maybe I can make something out of it. Just to see 30 years is so mind blowing because I remember vividly way back in the day when GameSpot was actually a source for new game trailers, announcements and stuff, more so than YouTube. Like you'd be on GameSpot most of the time. And I remember there was this demo. Now this wasn't my first exposure to Tales of, by the way. Like I knew of the one with the guy with the red hair. Was that Tales of Eternia? I think it was Eternia, side-scrolling. Damn, it's been so long I forgot his name, but he had like a blue midriff. He had a blue midriff. I forgot his name. And then another one, Kleist. I think Kleist was one of the main characters, the blonde guy with armor. What you just witnessed was a rare case of dyslexic Alzheimer's, where I took the last name of Archie, which is Klein, the first name of Cress, which is Cress, obviously. Combine the two, you got Kleist. You're welcome. So those are my first two exposures to the series, but I remember Symphonia being like the first 3D one. And then the demo went up until the very first battle at the, oh my God, the temple. And you fight Ewan, his right-hand man, I think his name began with B. And that's when Kratos pops up and helps you. And I remember the soundtrack was so hype back in the day. And just to see it's been 30 years is crazy, bro. So I'm very curious to see, will there possibly be a sneak? Will there be a sneak announcement at the end? That's what I'm really here for. If not, it's okay. I'm just here for the vibes, but let's go. Damn, bro. 30 years is nuts. There's Kleist, or was it Cloud? I think it was Cloud, right?
Bruh.
Damn. Clive.
Stop it.
Maybe Fantasia. Tales of Destiny. I never got to play this one. There he is. A Rider or something? Destiny 2?
Wait a minute.
Ew, I never played Rebirth. Legend Deal was dope too.
What?
Brother. Okay, here's the thing. I'm getting so much like nostalgia from this because I was deep. Whatever games was available in the US, North America, I was deep. Pause. I was deep in that. Tales of Symphonia was like on some Final Fantasy VII shit for the series. Like that's the impact it had. Tales of the Abyss. Oh, the soundtrack in that game was insane. My God. I mean, not my God. I'm thinking about what I was gonna say next, but like my boy, the Six God Generals, the sound. Ooh, the Fang Witch One Blood, the normal boss battle theme, Awkward Justice. I got the names. When you go against Van, I'm trying to, in Eldron and the first phase. Oh my God, the final phase too. Oh Jesus, yo, Tales of the Abyss. Here's the thing. Luke was insufferable. Luke was insufferable. The very first half, I was struggling to tolerate this man, and then the shit goes down in that one town, and you go to Yulia City, and then you encounter Ash, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? You have that self-reflection and things kind of get better. But even though I could, like, he was tough to deal with, overall oh my God, and the combat was so good. We gonna talk about combat. Oh my goodness, this video just activated. Yo, I didn't know if this video was enough to discuss because it's less than a minute, but oh my God. we gonna extrapolate this goddamn video, but listen, when they did the Field of Phonons, the FOF, and you go on the little circle and it gives you elemental attacks, oh my god. And then I think that's when that was the first time you could use special attacks like extremely consistent, as opposed to, I forgot how it was in Symphonia. I think you had to like fill the meter all the way, bro. And then Legendia as well. Oh my god, we gonna talk about it. Shit, let's let it go. Tales of the Tempest. I never played this one. I never played this. I did play that. Vesperia, yo, Hearts. I couldn't play Hearts. Graces, my boy. Xillia. We're gonna talk about Xillia too. I've played this game 3 times on three separate occasions. Couldn't finish it, and there's reasons for it, but it's still on my bucket list. And then this is territory that I didn't play. So I stopped. The last one I really played was Xillia. Xillia 2 I couldn't finish. I couldn't play Zestiria because I'm sure you all know the nature of like how it was designed and stuff. I still want to give it a shot, but it threw me off. I can't lie to you. So everything after Zestiria, so Berseria, is it Arise? I think it's Arise. I didn't get to play. So this is my bucket list right here. Damn. Wow, man. Announcement? Psych. Oh, that stung, man. Oh my god. So listen, we gonna kill the audio because, brother, let's just relish in Tales, man. Let's just have a blast. Let's chill out. We gonna vibe. We gonna talk about the Tales of series, fan to fan. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't really care about it, it's okay. But you know, I didn't think I would be as passionate when I initially saw this shit. But once I started seeing the art, I was like, nah, we got a lot to talk about, bro. Listen, Tales of Phantasia. My brother played this. This was like the second one I saw, right? Even though it's the first in the series, I saw this after Eternia. I don't know the story too well. All I remember is this guy, and then I think there was like a mage with pink purple hair, like wild hair. Never got to play it, so I don't have much to say on this. Eternia as well, like I didn't really get too far into it because I was a kid when I got exposed to these games, man. So that's why Symphonia really, I think this was Japan only, right? This is Destiny 2 or Tales of Destiny. I do want to play that. Eternia, I was young, so I didn't have the capacity to understand what I was playing to that level. Granted, even though I played stuff like Terranigma, obviously Chrono Trigger. Well, there was another one, Secret of Mana as well. Hold on. Ooh, I need some water. Oh my god. Let me get some. Do I need water? Yes. But Tales of Symphonia was the first one that I got, like, that I truly got to play. I think I was in my early teens. I was like maybe 11, 12, 13, around there. Bro, this game was crazy, man. I remember it like it was yesterday, man. Bro, oh my goodness, we about to turn up. The soundtrack in this game, bro, I genuinely think my exposure to JRPGs and fighting games and beat 'em ups back in the day really, like, I had an appreciation for soundtracks way back then, like when I was 10, when I was 11. I don't know what this did to me, but for some reason it activated this just, I don't know, maybe I'm like an audiophile or something, like, I don't know, man, but that shit gets me going. Boss theme, Tales of Symphonia, crazy. The soundtrack that plays with Ewan and everyone in his organization, crazy. The Design 5 Grand Cardinal soundtrack, the boss theme, badass. I remember going against Pronema on the god. Y'all remember Pronema and Kavar? Oh my god, the Kavar, and you heard the soundtrack and all the stakes and shit. Oh my god, I wanted to smoke the out of Kavar, bro. And then obviously 1v1 against Kratos was insane. When Teteyala became a thing and it's like, oh my god, there's a whole new world. What the me? Nah, this game was crazy. Sheena, Zelos, Regal or Rugal, I forgot their names. This was something different, bro. And it had 2 discs. I had it on the GameCube. This was the first GameCube game I had 2 discs for. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm like, wait, Disc 2?
What did he say?
Oh my god, and then Yggdrasil and Darius Carlon, all these things coming. Yo, I'm nerding out right now. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm deep when it comes to this game. But let's keep it pushing. Rebirth, yo, I gotta play all of the ones that were like Japan only or stuck on the Vita, Japan only kind of thing. I think this was one of them. I could be wrong. I gotta find these games, man. I'd love to play all the other stuff. Tales of Legendia. Let's talk about it. I played this very late. I played it after I played Abyss, right? Because this was also on PlayStation 2 as well. I played Symphonia, I played Abyss. I'm like, wait, what's Legendia about, right? I was a little curious, so I played it afterwards. It still had the 2D battle system. It was a little odd, to be honest, because it had like the 3D. It had like its own 3D character models that I want to say it only existed in this game. They were like chibi, but 3D, and it had like the classic 2D movement when it comes to battling. It was an interesting game, right? The soundtrack wasn't the craziest, but what I really liked about Legendia was the setting. The whole battleship thing, like the world being a ship, was kind of crazy, man. I really enjoyed everything up until the end of the main storyline with Walter. I think Walter was his name, and you go against the people that have like an affinity to water. I think your enemy was water itself.
What?
You had Senel Coolidge, cool character. I forgot everyone. I know there was Moses and a few others, but Legendia, I just remember Walter's theme being dope, the boss theme being dope, and yeah, ultimately it was a charming game. I can't remember the finer details, but I would play it again because the setting was just, I just remember like there was this coral castle or like some coral base, and yeah, there was like this faction that wore red, and bro, Legendia was dope, man. What else we got? Tales of the Abyss, I already ranted on this. This was one of my favorite Tales of games, man. Like, I told y'all enough. Soundtrack was crazy. The only problem I had with Tales of the Abyss was like, the art was off. The art was, it was kind of shitty, but I didn't give a shit, man. I was vibing regardless. I'm not one of those that care about fidelity that it would take away from gameplay. But yeah, that's the only negative I would say. The art was a little weird. Tales of the Tempest, yeah, I never got to play this one. That may have been a Vita one. I don't know, maybe Innocence as well. Symphonia Knights of Ratatosk, it was interesting. I never got to finish it though. Back when it came out, the whole like monster taming aspect, I wasn't used to it. Having two unique players and then everything else is monsters. When you expect like a full party and you go into that nature of gameplay, it was different. And I think the combat itself was a bit neutered as well because it was on the Wii. I think the Wii mode had a limit. I could be misremembering. Something about the combat felt more limited versus the standard Tales of game. I could be misremembering though. Vesperia. Oh my god. Vesperia was something different. This was like, I don't even know how you explain this because when it first came out, this bitch was on the Xbox 360. Firstly, why the f you got the latest Tales of game on Xbox? That made no sense. You better bet your last dollar I got a 360 just for this game, man. The vibe in Vesperia was so interesting, man. Like, soundtrack was great. I immediately remember, I don't know why it's one of the first ones that come to mind, but when you go against Alexei in the Enduring Shrine of Zaud. I don't know why I remember that shit, but like for some reason going against Alexei, that like hazardy, chaotic, that really stuck out for me for some reason. But Zagi, insane rival to have. He was such a cool character, but I like how they had the different achievements in boss battles. So you kind of had to do unique things to trigger an event, which kind of, it made everything feel unique. But the whole mercenaries against the Imperial Army, you had like Raven and Swan, Estelle, I think her name was, Yuri, Flynn. What I hated was that they released the PS3 version that had the complete, like you had like a new character, and I think Flynn joins the team as well. So I don't know. Oh my god, and then the final battle theme and the boss theme was kind of dope too. Vesperia was cool. I can't lie. Vesperia was cool. I liked the world. The art was clean, especially coming off the coattails of Abyss as well. As like, damn, it was looking hella crispy compared to Abyss. But let's keep it going, man. Tales of Hearts, didn't get to play this. Yo, let's talk about Tales of Graces. As far as I've experienced, when we talk about the peak of Tales of Combat. This game was nuts, bro. Oh my god, the combos that you could pull off in this game. Now I could be disrespecting because I do remember Judith from Vesperia, the girl with the lance. She did have some crazy combos, I can't lie, with the blue hair. Tales of Graces, that shit. They got rid of, was it TP? I think they got rid of TP and everything was on a number system and you build it up by doing normal damage. I forgot what they call it. I think CC is what they call it. And like, I don't know if it's the more you hit or like every time you sheath, something along those lines. But then they also added this sidestep where it's like, you shift to the side of the enemy, so you could do like combo to the side, combo, and like there were 2 strings. Like you had normal combo strings and then B combo strings, so the alternations was crazy. Asbel, crazy combos. Hubert, crazy oh my god, I think this was the first Tales of game where I played every character and had the same amount of fun. Even Sophie was dope, by the way. I love monks, but even the mages felt great. I think the guy with the blonde hair and the girl with like the gun, bro. Graces, and the story was actually hella solid too, man. I liked that you got to play as kids for like the 3 main cast and then see how their lives branch out. Oh my god, the way their lives branched out as they got older. It was so dope, man. I enjoyed the story of Graces so much. I can't lie to you, but the combat, ooh, this game was crispy for no reason, man. And I disrespected it because it was on the Wii. I never gave it a try until Tales of Graces F, because I think, was it Japan only on Wii? I think that's probably why I never gave it a try as well. I think it was Japan only. I can't remember the finer details. But bro, the combat in Graces, oh my lord, have mercy. This shit was nuts. And then obviously Xillia was the last one I really played from start to finish. Dual stories, you had Mila Maxwell and oh my god, Jude. Xillia was dope. I enjoyed the world. Gaius, was it Gaius? I enjoyed Gaius and his whole crew. The plot twists, if y'all know what I'm talking about. The plot twist was crazy. When you see like shit cracking and then stuff coming out, like whoa, that was dope. My favorite character though, the one guy who whenever he enhanced himself, he started speaking in his natural language. I forgot his name. I think it was Spiegel? Something Gull. I forgot, but he was speaking his normal language and it sounded absolutely nuts, man. Xillia was so dope. I enjoyed playing with Mila, having the summons come out in her combos and shit. And I gotta play the rest of the Tales series. I heard good things about Arise as well. My brother started playing Arise. I think he's halfway through. Oh my god, Xillia 2, I forgot to tell y'all. So I started Xillia 2. What makes this one tough to finish is the debt system, bro. Paying off the debt. Oh my god, it's so cumbersome. And a lot of the levels are redone to a degree. Not redone, but you fight some of the same bosses in Xillia. So it kind of felt like you were replaying the same game. But what I like about this one is the dark vibes, man. This game feels hella dark. I remember seeing some crazy scenes that gave me like Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, kind like that equivalent to their series vibes, where it's like, okay, this kind of feels a little twisted, man. This is my vibe. So I gotta give it a try, man, but I just never got a chance to really sit down and lock in. We gonna see though. Listen, I've been here yapping for 22 minutes. There's only so much I could talk about. Clearly I could talk about the Tales of series for days, man, but y'all get the picture. Shout out to the series. They made it to 30 years. If you've never played a Tales of game, give it a shot. If you don't like turn-based games, which are awesome in my opinion, this might be up your alleyway because it gives you that turn-based complexity, but a little bit of action as well, right? Charming characters, great soundtracks. Granted, Sakuraba tunes could sound a little redundant if you play enough games, but give it a try, man. You never know, it might be a series for you, and you might get some memorable moments, man. I know I got a lot of great moments in my childhood from this series, man. So it's a pleasure to see they made it to 30 years. Too bad no new announcements. I was hoping we'd get a new game. It is what it is, but yeah, man, I got a big backlog ahead of me, so I gotta get caught up. I gotta play Arise, Berseria, Zestiria, and a few of the Vita ones as well if they redo them. But yeah, man, if you enjoy this content, you enjoy hearing your boy nerd out for a series he enjoys, hit that like button, sub up, and I'll see y'all for the next vid, man. Peace out.